Welcome to Crumbz from Gerard. Today's reading is from Acts chapter 16. The crowds joined in attacking Paul and Silas, and the magistrates tore the garments off them and gave orders to beat them with rods. And when they had inflicted many blows upon them, they threw them into prison. About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the prisoners were listening to them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, and immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's fetters were unfastened. Should one suffer for doing good? That's what happened to Paul and Silas. There was this girl who was possessed, and therefore, because she was possessed, she could tell the future in some way or the other. And her owners were making money out of this, using her as a kind of fortune teller. So when Paul healed her, now they had lost their way of earnings. And so they get the crowd to attack them. They take them to the magistrate. What does a magistrate do? One, he gets them stripped to humiliate them, but also so that the flogging that they get afterwards would be much more painful. They're flogged with rods and inflicted tremendous amount of blows upon them. And then they're thrown into the inner prison, and to make it worse, their feet are put into stocks. That is one, so that they don't run away and humiliating, but more importantly, to make it as uncomfortable for them in prison. Now, what do you do in a situation like this? Normally, a Jew would be asleep by about definitely before midnight, but here we are told Paul and Silas are praying. What was that prayer? We don't know. Was it a prayer putting out their suffering to God and all that they were suffering today because of the good that they did? Quite likely not, because we are told that they were singing hymns of praise. After all that they have gone through, they are praising and thanking God for everything. And then the miracles take place, not one but three miracles. The first and the obvious one is the earthquake. The second miracle, which goes unseen, is the prisoners, normally men who would not be one who would want to listen to hymns, are staying awake at night and listening to them singing hymns. And the third miracle is that the jailer and his family are converted. And now put on your thinking caps. If Paul was in your present situation, how do you think he would respond?